everyone, Terry here, and today I got another video. We're going to do some maintenance on the Yukon. It's going to be a simple thing that I'm going to do, so change the pace, you guys. No Z3 content for this video, but I hope you still enjoy it anyway. Alright, so on this video, we're going to do a quick fix when it comes to the air conditioning. Now, this is my husband Joel's main transportation right here is his 2015 Yukon. He's recently been going on about how the air conditioning just doesn't feel cold anymore. So he has asked that I try to do like a quick service job on it to just make it cold again. So we're going to do that. Now, when it comes to the little bit of research I've done when it comes to air conditioning, it's a closed system. So if stuff isn't working, that means it's going to have a leak of some sort. Hopefully, we just have a small leak with the O-rings. And the product that I picked up, I went over to Advanced Auto, and I picked up this AC Pro synthetic recharge. It's got the R-134a on it, which is what I do need for the Yukon. And this one's got some special additives in it that's supposed to help if in the event we have a small leak and it involves the O-rings. The additives on there are supposed to like bloat the O-rings up, make them swell to stop those leaks. Now, if he has a really large severe leak, then that's something that we'll have to have a professional do maintenance on, since I don't want to do anything where it involves using the coolant and messing up the proper ratios, and I don't have a way to properly dispose of it and all of that. So we'll leave that to a professional. But for now, let's just do a quick fix just to get him by, because it's Georgia, it's hot all the time, and he wants it to be comfortable when he's in the vehicle. So let me go ahead and let's see how we can get this done. This should be a quick thing. Let's get into it. All right, so let's get into the Yukon and let's start the beginning of the process here with what the directions say. This is going to be more of not so much a how-to, as I'm not very familiar with air conditioning systems myself, but more of a demonstration. I'm going to follow the instructions as well as kind of a review too, to see, you know, if this product does what it says it's supposed to do. So, all right, let's try it out. But you're going to go ahead and get into your vehicle. The radio is going to be on, so I'm going to turn it off as quickly as I can. Go ahead and start your car. Okay, the radio should not make any sort of noise. All right, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure that the temperature is set to low. So wherever you're at, make sure it says low on both sides, and put your AC on, have it so it blows from the vents, and make sure the fan is at maximum. Also do that. This fan gets wicked loud at maximum. So I'm going to kind of go over the steps real quick that the directions told me to do. Put that to maximum, and then make sure the settings for the rear are the same. So you would put it again on low, and you would turn the fan for that onto maximum as well, which would be right there. I think it only had, oh, there's one more. Okay, right there. So I'm going to go ahead and crank this up, and then we can go outside. Now, before I do all that, I'm going to turn this back down because it gets loud. The item here comes with this little temperature gauge thing. I've never seen anybody use it. I've watched a couple videos, but I want to test it. I want to see if this is actually a viable thing for someone to use or not. And then I also grab myself a little thermometer that I keep in my studio, so we can kind of get an idea what the temperature is for that as well. So I'm going to kind of yank this off. And it says that you have to just tear the top part off here. There's some adhesive here, and you're supposed to just stick it to the vent and have the direction of the vent aimed right towards the paper. And it's supposed to, you know, let us know if it's actually cold enough. So we're going to test that. So let me go ahead and just make sure this vent is somewhat clean. There's no dust right there. I'm going to tear this part off, and we'll stick it on. We'll see if it actually does anything. This adhesive is actually not even sticky. Go figure. So it's already not seeming like a very viable solution since it doesn't want to stay on. But I'm going to tilt this vent down so that way the air will hit it directly. And then I'm going to just hold my thermometer here. I'm going to turn this up so it is going to get loud. This fan is pretty powerful for this vehicle. Put that on maximum. Let this hit my thermometer here. I wish I had like a little temperature gun, but I don't. What I might do is just have it sit here while we go. Oh, there it went down at 1 degree so far. All right, let's just kind of leave the thermometer sit here. Let's go look under the hood, and then hopefully when we come back, the temperature will give us a starting point of where we're at, so we know that if we actually changed it or not. From some of the research that I have found out, there's going to be 2 different lines. When it comes to your coolant system, you're going to have a real thin hard line, which is your high pressure line, and then the thicker line is your low pressure, and that's the one we want to tap into. So if we look down in here, we'll see, if we start from at the firewall in the back, you'll see we have the thinner line right here. That's the high pressure line. And then this thicker one that kind of wraps around, that's our low pressure line. That's the one we want to follow. And that low pressure line has the hookup right here. This is what we're going to unscrew to put the coolant, the Freon in. There's another one attached to the high pressure line right down in there. We're not going to touch that. And I also found out that you can't mess this up because the adapter on those coolant bottles, those recharge bottles, they'll only fit on the low pressure. They will not fit on the high, so you can't accidentally screw this up. They made it a little dummy proof. So we'll go ahead and take that off. If we look at the bottle, it says that we have to remove this little thing right here so we can get it started. We will then plug this into that little adapter right there. And then this gauge is going to tell us if we have the right amount. So basically we want to get it between the 40 and the 50. Try to get as close to the 50 as we can, but we don't want to get too close. We don't want to start getting into that yellow. So we'll try to keep it in the green. And who knows, I might not even need any of this. There might be a different issue with it altogether. So I just want to see where we're at before I start adding, because I don't want to add too much. I did watch a video where as you're pumping it in, the gauge doesn't work until you let go of the trigger. So that's good to know. So you want to kind of put a little in and then let go and see where you're at. It's not going to go up as you're pumping it in. So you could risk filling it if you did that. I'm going to put my safety glasses on in case any chemical squirts out. I don't get into my eyes. And I'm also going to wear my gloves, because this is a very, very cold refrigerant, and if something happened while adapting it, like putting this on and taking it off, if any had leaked out, I don't want that on my skin. So I want to make sure my hands are protected so I don't get frostbite. How do I remove this? It says unscrew and discard. It says unscrew, so let's take this plastic band off here too. Okay, so there's a sharp point in here that's going to puncture this can. So once I put this on, you don't want to take the top off after that. I'm making sure that sucker's tight. I don't want none of that leaking out on me. Alright, so then it says, I got the car running, I have the AC turned on to maximum, find the line, which is right here, we already identified that, and then we got to do our measurement, and then we charge our system, and I need to break these darn little clips on here. They got little zip ties on here. I'm going to have to go grab a blade and break those off quick, but Also, from watching some videos, I found that when you're pumping this in, you need to kind of rotate the bottle a little bit, because this is going to continuously mix the chemicals inside to make sure your additives are getting mixed in. So I'll have to do that too, and then let go and check my gauge. Let me get a blade so I can cut these zip ties off, and we'll start pumping it in. All right, very quickly before I start pumping that in, I just want to see if my thermometer did anything. It actually says it's hotter. It's now saying it's 77 degrees in here. I don't think this is going to be working. It might be 77 degrees in here. I guess we'll still find out as we continue to blow the stuff. But yeah, it thinks it's pretty warm in here. Whatever. And this thing, I don't see. Guess, yeah, those bars are going to disappear. It does say that we are almost up to the warm, so it's definitely not cold at all. So I'm going to try to get this to balance a little bit and see if we can get that thermometer to actually show. It should get down in like the 60s if this thing's working properly. All right, I heard a click, so it should be on. It's not showing any kind of PSI at all, so I really hope our system's not empty. I'm going to kind of mix this and give it a little pump and see if that changes at all, because we might have a pretty severe leak if we have no coolant at all. Wow, I think our system is completely empty, guys. I pump a little and I let go so I don't overfill it. We were about at 20. Just hit 20. We got to get to at least 45. Hopefully there's enough in this can. Oh, my bad. I forgot to do the mixing thing, so let me do that some more. Mix. 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 All right, so our fan just kicked in, so my pressure just went down. So now it's pumping the stuff through the system right now. So now my pressure is kind of, look how my pressure is dropping now. It's like, hey, we got coolant. Start pumping it through the system. Oh my gosh, yeah, this system is empty. So this is telling me we have a very, very severe leak. They're most commonly, usually your small leaks are going to be O-rings. Major leaks is usually the compressor. So we'll, only way for me to find that out is to buy one of these kits that has the UV dye in it. And I don't have any of that right now. I didn't expect this to be this low. See, it just shoots right back down. I'm getting nowhere. I can't seem to get past 20. These are about $50. This is about a $50 can. And I think I got about half the can in here so far. Yeah, it's right back down to 20 again. It seems like that's where it wants to sit. No matter how much I put in, it's not going above 20 psi. Right back down to 20. Oh, I'm getting somewhere. Finally went to like 25. Might have to get another 1 or 2 cans of this stuff. Gotta switch hands here. Hands getting kind of sore. So we're hanging around 28 psi. So now we finally got to 30. Yeah, I think I might need a second can. But we'll just try to get this can in here for now and see how it feels. Because like I said, these are $50 a piece. At least now it's in the green, so it should at least feel like it's getting colder in there now. Just if we have that big of a leak to where our system was empty like that, this will probably be gone within a week, if not less. All right, we're about 35. I might have to just put this whole can in. It's weight-wise, I think we're maybe we're definitely less than half. It doesn't feel like we got a quarter though. It feels like more, so I can't really tell. That's all. They don't have like a clear thing to read how much is still in here. So we're sitting at 35. All right, so that's about 37-ish. I just want to make sure I don't get too close to 50. Don't want to put too much in our system and cause damage to the compressor or anything. I honestly don't think there's enough in this can for me to get that high at the rate it's taking me to do this. Creeping up on 40 though. If we can hit 45 with 1 can though, I will be happy. And then we'll just have to see how long it lasts. Hopefully it lasts a little bit of time, but I don't know. I have a feeling we have a big leak. Okay, we're about 39. If you look down real quick, you can also see, for those of you who aren't unsure, there's usually a label telling you what kind of Freon goes in your vehicle. And you'll see right here, we got the R-134a, which is the most common type that's used in modern American cars. So even foreign cars use it too, Toyota and them. All right. All right, so we made it to 40. I still feel some coolant in this bottle. I'm gonna switch hands again. This one's getting tired. I think my bottle is empty. I'm not feeling anything sloshing around anymore. Yeah. Well, 1 bottle got us to 40 psi. That's not horrible. The goal was to get to at least 45. 40 is not bad for 50 bucks. I'll take it. Let's go ahead and pop this off and put the cap back on. So a little coolant bubbled out, so I'm happy I had gloves on because that would sting like you wouldn't believe. Get that nice and tight. All right, let's go and see if it feels colder. see if my thermometer is reading anything. I'm not putting much faith in my thermometer, to be honest. Okay, it actually does feel colder than what it was. My thermometer, we were at 77, it's now at 72. And if we look at this little thing here that they gave us, I'm not really sure if it's reading, like, I can still see these top 2 bars. I feel like those should be gone if it's cold, or at least the top bar should be gone. I don't know if that's working or not. 71. I don't know how well you guys can see it. The lighting kind of makes it hard to see it, but we're down to 71 now. It should drop down to 60 if it's at full charge. All right, I'll check back with you guys, and then maybe I'm going to wait another 5 to 10 minutes to see if this goes down. So I will be right back. All right, and we're back. And if you guys check this out, I've been having it sit here for a few minutes, and the temperature has now gone down to 62 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know how well you guys can read that in here with the lighting, but 62 degrees Fahrenheit, which is quite impressive that it was able to do that much, since I wasn't able to fill it as much as I wanted to. This is still pretty darn good. If we take a look, I'm going to just turn the AC off now that we know that it's working. I'm going to just turn it off so we can hear. If we look at their little tester that they supply, I mean, I can still see the top 2 bars. So I don't know if those are supposed to disappear, or if you just go off of whichever is the brightest. I don't know. This doesn't seem like it's, to me, I don't think this is an easy thing to read, because I don't know. I guess it's at its coldest if you go off of which one is the brightest. I don't know if this is working. I'll leave it up to you all to leave a comment, and if you think this little testing strip that they include is viable, or if you would rather just have a temperature gun. But it's there for those of you who might not, maybe you don't really work on cars and you don't have tools. This is an option. I don't know how well I would trust it, because I myself don't even know how to read it properly. So, but overall, it's good. All right, I'm going to switch over to my husband. This is his vehicle, and I want to get his opinion on if he is satisfied. All right, Joel, are you satisfied with the results of this product?
It blows cold air, yes.
All right, that's all you need to do. Keep it to the point. All right, everybody, thank you so much. And that's how we did it. So far, this is a good product. However long it's going to last, I do not know. All right, thank you so much for watching the video. So we went ahead and I kind of showed off this AC Pro product on how to do it. I followed the directions. We did get immediate results of it cooling down. Hopefully the leak is just a small leak that has to do with the O-rings, and that way the additives will actually do their part and they will slow down or stop the leak altogether for the meantime. If it happens to be a real severe leak, we will know, because this stuff will stop working within like a week or a day, who knows, depending on how bad that leak is. So hopefully it lasts a little bit. And then if it is a severe leak, then that'll be a road that we'll have to discuss on probably having a professional take care of that, because like I said, I don't have the right kind of equipment to deal with disposing and removing the system to do those kind of repairs. I can do some more research to see if it's possible to do it. Thank you guys. I hope this helped you out. Check out the product if you want to try it yourself. And like I said, there is also other ones out there that have UV dye in it if you want to actually track down where the leak is coming from yourself. So try that out as well. Thanks again. Give me go ahead and subscribe to the video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, all that fun stuff. Check me out on Instagram at CoolCatTerry. And I hope to catch you again on the next video. Bye.